Good morning and welcome to episode 7. Siete.
7. I don't know another language.
All right, Len, calm it down.
It's a classic. I can help myself.
Oh, yeah.
Should we run the title?
Yeah, let's do it. Two friends.
Hi, I'm Laura.
Hi, I'm Vick.
One big gay chat.
From coming out
Staying out.
and everything in between. Long-term relationships,
Dating disasters.
quite possibly the most unreasonable Icks.
The BGC Podcast.
So, Vic,
Yes, mate.
what's new with you?
Lots of it. No, do you know what? Actually, I am going to adjust. Having a bit of issue with my knee.
Oh, is that because you're getting old?
What's with the tone? Oh, I don't like that. Absolutely not.
No, I'm
Absolutely not.
allowed to say that because I'm older than you and you should respect your elders, so.
I think you'll find, my friend, respect works both ways. That's right. I said what I said. I said it with chest. Yeah, no, I've been having issues with my knee. I do have a doctor's appointment booked.
Okay.
Is it-
How long do you have to wait for that?
Oh, about a month.
Oh, wow.
And it's already been going on for about a month.
Yeah.
You know, you just think, oh, I've just got a twinge in my knee. I do a lot of walking for work.
You do a lot of walking for your work. I said do.
Our bodies may be old, but our sense of humour isn't.
I'm a child, really.
Yeah. No, so it's been going on for about a month now.
Yeah.
I do a lot of walking for work, but it's not a new job. I've been in it nearly a year.
Okay.
But as of late, it's been giving me jip to the highest
Really?
degree. So I was like, well, listen, I got to go call my doctor, fill out whatever I got to fill out. So I called my doctor and they very good that if the queue's too long, they'll actually send you a link to like fill out a form of like what's wrong.
Like an e-consult, because
Yes.
my doctor does that, and every time now whenever I want to make an appointment, I just go straight to the e-consult.
Yeah.
Because I can't be asked to wait in a queue.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
Very,
the
very
music's shit.
good. So there's no bangers on there. No bangers. Yeah, so I filled that out. And do you know what? Thinking about it, actually, it was really interesting. It sparked a couple of thoughts for me. So I was filling the form out, and, you know, they ask you stand like name, surname, date of birth and all that. And they also ask you what your gender is,
Okay.
which I didn't think anything of. So there was male and female.
Yeah.
Click female, and then directly underneath that box they had like an information alert, and
Right.
it said, why don't we have more options, ? And you press on it,
Okay.
which I was like, do you know what, I'm intrigued, like, as to, you know, why don't you know, with the day and age that we live in, why don't you have more options? And I pressed on it, and they basically said, we're working on not needing to know your birth gender, but as it stands at the moment, we do.
Did they
medically.
specifically say like what is your gender at birth in this question as well?
No, they just. That's actually a really good question. I don't know if they worded it. What is your birth gender,
Yeah.
or whether it was just your gender. I can't remember, but they did say that they're hoping to have more options, or
Yeah.
for this not to be needed by, I think it was the end of spring of this year.
Oh, okay. So they're really starting to try and move things forward with things.
Yeah,
Because I've noticed like there's a lot of forms nowadays where you have to, you know, you've got the usuals like what's your name, what's your gender, and 9 times out of 10 it says male, female, or prefer not to say.
Yeah.
And then you've got like your what's your nationality, and you put British, and then you've got all like I'm white British, I'm mixed British, I'm all the different ones that you can do. And then there's also stuff like what's your sexual orientation,
Yeah.
and I'm always like, why do you need to know this?
Yeah.
Doctors, yes, totally understand it, because obviously if it's something to do with your health, then that would be a good thing to know. But if I'm going for a job, why do they say, what's your sexual orientation?
What do you think? Why do you think they're asking that?
Do you really want to know why I think they're asking that?
Hit us with it.
I think it's because they want a box tick.
I mean, potentially, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and I don't want to just get a job because I'm a box tick and I'm like, oh, we have some diversity in this company. She's gay. Don't give me the job because I'm gay. Give me the job because I'm good at the job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'd much rather, get a job because I am qualified for it and
Yeah.
I've worked hard for it and stuff. But I know some people, and to a degree, I kind of agree. If you're just going to give me a job because I'm gay, well, then fair play. Like, I'll take the pay rise if it's a pay
Really?
rise. Do you know what? Fine. If it means that I get the job and you're ticking a box, again, I would much rather have the job because I'm qualified for it and I've got the skills and stuff.
Yeah.
But if it means I get the job that I want, fine. Absolutely.
Would you
fine.
not feel a bit cheated by that though?
Would I feel cheated? No. But if there was someone that the people that could be cheated are someone that maybe doesn't have the same sexual orientation as me
Yeah.
and could be slightly better, slightly more qualified, slightly more experienced, and they don't get it.
Yeah, it's a bit like, ugh, I feel bad.
Yeah. And do you know what? So interesting that we've actually touched on this because during lockdown, I did a equality and diversity online course.
All right, okay. Well, I think we all
something-
did courses over lockdown just to keep occupied.
Something to keep the mind busy other than making banana bread.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
Yeah. Who didn't? Who didn't?
Even did a puzzle.
Oh,
Or 5.
and you have the cheek to call me old. Just saying. But yeah, so I did this course and it was a really interesting course, really liked it. And they did this segment on positive discrimination. Now,
Okay.
I'd never really heard of. I just thought
No.
discrimination was a negative. And technically, positive discrimination is for people in a way.
Like a negative.
Is a negative, yeah.
Wow. That's a head
So-
fuck, innit?
Yeah, depending on which side of the fence you're standing or however you're looking at it. So positive discrimination, for those who don't know or aren't aware of it, it's basically treating someone better than someone else because of their race, gender, sexual orientation, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, for me, I'm obviously a lesbian / gay woman. So if I get a job or I get an offer because because of my sexual orientation, that is positive discrimination. It's positively affected me,
Yeah.
but it is discrimination. It's because of my sexual orientation.
It's such a strange thought to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
That people think that they're doing a good thing, but actually you're discriminating against
Everyone else.
everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I really like. The whole course again was really interesting. I hate learning. I hate writing to
Yeah.
learn. Like, I hate having to prove what I've learnt.
Yeah.
So I never went to uni because I just was like, I'm good.
The thought of a dissertation of
Yep.
10,000 words.
Like, makes me break out into a bit of a sweat. I think I might develop a twitch. Like, it's really not something for me.
Yeah.
But I was like, do you know what? How else am I going to spend my time? My partner at the time was working from home, but again, working. So it wasn't like, when everyone was furloughed and, we could go for walks and stuff. This is when the world started to, sort of come back together. And I was like, oh, maybe I should really do something with my time, better myself, It was a really, really interesting course, and that positive discrimination was something that I really took away from it, and I was like, that is a thing.
Yeah.
Like, that can be a thing.
You shouldn't obviously never negatively discriminate. Why are my teeth not working today? You should never negatively discriminate against someone. That is a given. Like, just don't do it.
Yeah.
But actually, you should never positively discriminate against anyone. So just don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. What you would do for one person, do for another.
Yeah.
Just constantly check yourself as well. Like, sometimes we can probably do it without even realizing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's a constant, check yourself, especially, I suppose, if you work with the public. Like, I know I work with the public a lot. And I have seen discrimination and stuff within
Positive or negative or a bit of both.
Again, positive. I don't think you can really become aware of it, really. Well, not in the roles that I've done anyway. But I have seen negative discrimination, you know, and try and call it out, obviously. But that's a lot easier to spot than the positive
100%.
one. And again, I think that's why when I did this, I was like, I didn't even realize it was a thing, and it absolutely stuck with me. And I think just with working with the public, I really do check myself with like my behavior anyway.
Yeah.
Again, especially I deal with a lot of different cultures and people from different backgrounds, and you know, I'm always aware of how I'm treating someone. Just because also I don't want to be a prick.
Yeah, I suppose with like the positive discrimination, that could easily be mistaken as, oh, they're nice.
Yeah.
Look how nice they are looking after, 95-year-old Deirdre that tried to cross the road the other day. But yeah, it's very difficult to spot.
Really. And I think it's probably better known as favoritism. Potentially.
Potentially.
If you look at it that way.
Yeah, could be.
But yeah, it's just it's a lot harder, especially if you aren't working with the same people all the time.
Yeah.
That positive discrimination would be harder.
Yeah.
So I suppose, you're looking at where you're working within a team constantly. And then within that sort of environment, you probably spot it a bit more.
I want to roll back a little bit to the initial point that we made with the forms and everything. Because you said something during what you were just saying, that you said, as myself as a lesbian / gay woman. So if you're filling out a form and it asks you what your sexual orientation is, what do you put? Do you put obviously, if there was nothing that said prefer not to say and you had to disclose it, what would you put, lesbian or gay?
Gay.
Yeah.
And I put my gender as female because I am, and that's how I identify. Happy with that. And then I put gay.
Yeah.
But I don't mind referring to myself as a lesbian. Like sometimes I do. Like if someone goes, oh, I didn't realise you were gay, or I didn't realise you were like, oh yeah, I'm an Asian lesbian. You know,
I'm a big fat leser.
Yeah. But I prefer. What do you put?
Gay.
Yeah.
I just don't like the word lesbian. It's like, ooh, lesbian. I don't like it. What? Oh my God, you can't please anyone nowadays.
Yeah, no, it's. Oh yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you why I prefer gay.
It's just happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I just don't like the word.
And that's fair enough.
Yeah.
There are so many words, that I think are like near on slurs that actually some people that I know refer to themselves as. And it's.
I hope you're not thinking of the word I think you're thinking of.
What does it begin with?
D.
Yeah.
Really?
Some people, yeah. And I actually, years ago, got called that by a gay man.
Yeah.
And he didn't really know me, in all fairness.
Well, that's even worse.
Well, yeah, but again, in all fairness, he doesn't know me. His gay lesbian friends may refer to themselves as that. So I just educated him a little, and I just said, listen, mate, I don't like that word. I actually find it a little offensive.
Yeah, I see it as an offensive word.
Yeah. So please don't call me that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a bit like calling a gay man the F word.
yeah, like leser,
Yeah.
fine, gay, fine, lesbian, fine. It's not my favourite, but I'll deal with it. Fine. He then called me it again, and then again.
So he didn't listen to what you were saying.
Very, and that's it's ignorant.
Yeah.
You're not taking on board what I've said to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I obviously then may have been slightly more firm with my communication in regards to, listen, you prick.
Aggressive, Vic.
It happens sometimes. So yeah, just refocused, as it were.
Yeah.
Moving forward, how about you just don't say a word to me instead? That would make me feel a lot better, kind of.
I mean, look, I can understand, like, ignorance is it's a very big thing in this country. If you are listening from a different country, we're in Great Britain, and even though we are really polite, we're also very ignorant.
Yes.
And I've had times when I've been out and stuff, and people have just instantly seen the way that I look and think I'm a man and called me sir. And then they'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that. And I'm just like, no, it's fine, don't worry about it. But then, like you said, with him constantly calling you that name after you said to him, no, it's just rude.
Yeah.
It's just rude.
I think, and I mean, it's not. So I watch these TikTok videos. They come up on my For You page. I have to follow her because I just think she deals with it so well. So I'll try and find her and we'll try and mention her in the comments or something because she needs a shout out. She is a transgender woman and she takes herself out for lunches, dinners. It's giving strong independent queen and we're here for it.
Nice.
And she'll film herself during these lunches, dinners. And she quite clearly presents herself as female.
Yeah.
And the staff will come over, they'll take her order and they will misgender her. And you can see in her face that it stings. But she doesn't get aggressive.
No.
She doesn't get defensive. She deals with it with such class, and she'll just say, listen, you've just called me sir. I am ma'am. So if you could just remember that, because I'm quite clearly presenting as a woman.
Yeah.
Because I am one.
Yeah.
And, you know, you'll hear them say, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And then in the next breath, will that be everything, sir? And I just think, hear the human that's in, you've literally just been told.
Yeah.
Like, not 5 seconds ago. And it's so important to hear someone that is finally able to be themselves. Respect it.
Yeah, 100%.
Respect.
And
that
if you're
step
not
they've
sure,
made.
don't use sir or ma'am.
Yes.
Mate.
Yes. My love.
My love. You like that one?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I've used that a few times. I used to work in security for an airport and obviously would meet thousands of people, all walks of life, all, you know, titles, sexual orientations, whatever. And if I wasn't sure, I would be like, my love. And
right, my love.
I don't know why I did it with such an accent. I'm trying to get on board with you, I think, and try different accents every time. I'm not going to put anyone through that.
Today we're going to be from Bristol.
Absolutely not. But yeah, and you know, if again I'm not sure, I will just ask. What are your pronouns, my love? May I know your pronouns?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to know everything. People need to. We're starting to understand that clothes don't have a gender as well.
No.
Anyone can wear whatever they want, and just because they present to you as that, or you know they're slightly more masculine or they're slightly more feminine, if it's not all obvious, ask what are your pronouns before you just assume.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm saying this, you know, apparently not everyone gets it. Do you know what I mean? And that's fair enough, but that's where you just have to ask. You know?
Yeah. I mean, there's no harm in asking as long as you put it in a polite way.
Yeah.
Not like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah, don't be a prick about it. Yeah, absolutely. Just don't be a prick.
No, just ask politely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I must admit, I'm learning myself. Like I'm not learning myself, but I'm learning myself about, you know, the sudden, because it does seem very sudden that all of a sudden people are very aware of pronouns. I would say within the last year, it's all of a sudden.
Okay.
And I just find, me personally, this is my opinion, I just find it's a lot to take in so quickly. And for me as a younger person, I thought you were going to say something then.
No?
Me as a younger person who is within the community, still trying to find it something difficult to comprehend. Imagine what someone like our grandparents' age. So don't try to be respectful of the older generation as well. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because obviously, you know, the gay community especially, we've gone through this for years, and we're only just really starting to get the respect that we want and deserve. But I don't think this pronoun thing, I can't think of the best word, but this pronoun thing is going to be something that people are going to instantly accept or instantly understand. It's going to take time.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. And it's not for people to if someone doesn't understand someone else's choices, preferences, that's not for that person. Like, if you don't you don't have to understand it.
No,
it's just a case of, okay then,
just
I'll do my best to remember that. My memory is awful. And for everyone out there that knows me, they're sat there going, oh my God, it's the worst. Yep, it's fucking terrible. Like, I have the worst memory. However,
I mean, Vic doesn't remember that she owes me £100, so
I would know. I would know that. Don't you? I'm just gonna check my finances actually. You know, because I know how important it is to even just get someone's name right. Like, I am terrible with names, but I do my best, and trying to get someone's pronouns right is just as important. Do you know what I mean?
You must really struggle with your memory.
I do. I really do. But with pronouns, if I have met someone and their pronouns are, I don't know, different to, and hear me out, different to what I thought they were, I make a conscious effort to remember that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, say, for example, your pronouns change to he, him. I would be like, he, him, he, him, he, him, he, him, he, him. Whereas, say I hadn't met you and I thought your pronouns were she, her, and they were she, her, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? I didn't.
One less thing to remember.
Honestly, right? Oh, I don't need to remember my name anymore, so we'll put that in there. Like, I don't know what my brain is filled with, but I just make a really conscious effort because, again, I'm not a prick.
No.
And it's important.
No. It'll be interesting to hear your thoughts of it. So please do let us know. What are your thoughts within, like, the discrimination? God, we've covered quite a bit, haven't we? Within positive, negative discrimination, the way people want to be known as. What are your thoughts, whether you're in the community or whether you're not in the community? Are you someone that is not part of the LGBTQIA plus? Said that quick.
Quicker. You're doing very well.
Community. Let us know your thoughts. How do you find navigating the way the world is changing? And if your age, you know, if you're an older listener, let us know. Younger, I definitely think we'll probably be able to see a difference between older, younger.
Yes, I agree.
Definitely think. But you can get in touch with us if you are watching on YouTube. You can leave a comment down below, or if you are listening on a podcast provider, you can email us at thebgcpod@gmail.com.
Lovely. I have some news.
Oh.
I'm quite passionate about it.
Right.
So I will be doing an ick today.
Right.
But it won't be like a normal.
Not a normal ick.
It's like it's literally like developed today.
Well, hang on. I've spent the day with you. Is it about me?
No.
Don't get me worried there.
No. I have a whole list for later episodes in regards to you.
That's right. We'll do a special episode.
Yeah.
The Icks of Laura.
Jeez, that's going to be a long one. Yeah, and I just needed to put that out there.
Okay. Well, hang on a minute.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself.
It's time for Vick's Icks.
Earlier today,
When you were here.
yep,
Right.
your partner made us a sandwich for lunch.
She did.
It was a lovely sandwich.
And I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yes. It was a lovely sandwich. It was prepared and made with love, and I enjoyed it, and I thanked her thoroughly. What I took away from the whole experience, and I did pretty much sit in silence while eating my sandwich because I was thinking about it to some very deep level. She asked me very seriously, Vic, would you like butter on both pieces of bread? And I thought, have you had a fall and hit your head? Why? What silly? Why would I not have? If I'm having butter,
Yeah.
why am I not having that on the two pieces of bread?
Yes.
You were there? Were you there for her explanation? I feel like I blacked out after.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I've heard it for the past 12 years.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know. Every time as well. Every time she makes me a sandwich, and you would think she would remember this, right? Every time. You have both bread pieces buttered, don't you? I'm like, yes, I do.
Yeah. So her thought process is the butter is a base, and then you have your what she called garnish, which I think is what she means filling. You then wouldn't put butter.
She had a salad sandwich.
Yeah. You then wouldn't put butter on your garnish. Again, I think she means filling. And I just really had to take a moment because I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
And I asked, is this a family thing? Do your family do this? And she said, oh, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where she got it from, but she's always been like it, and I find it weird. But she thinks we're weird.
One bread.
Do any of you do it?
You can't.
Wow.
That has to
If
stop.
you do, you're not listening anymore.
You have to stop doing that. But why deny yourself that little extra bit of
Yeah,
know
I
what I
mean, who
mean?
doesn't love butter?
I asked that as well. I was like, is it because you're not a fan of butter? It's like, no, I love butter.
More of it.
Treat yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really an ick.
I did give a disclaimer.
Yeah, but it's more of a what the fuck.
Yeah, honestly, I was like, do you know what? I actually don't know if I have many icks.
What? So we're running out of icks.
Yeah, well, I tend to go off on a bit of a tangent, don't I? I get very passionate about these icks. Very passionate.
I'm trying to think, do I have an ick? Does anything make me go ick?
I feel like you would have mentioned it by now.
I feel like I would have done. No, I honestly can't think of any icks. If I ever do think of any icks or anything happens, I will be sure to let you guys know.
Note it down.
Yeah.
Notice that's what I do.
She's constantly there with her phone.
Yeah.
Ick.
Oh, you've just said that. Ick. If you say something to me, do something in front of me, and I instantly whip my phone out, take note of your behaviour. I mean, I have, again, like standard ones, like being rude to waiters.
That's an ick of mine. There's no need to be rude to waiters.
Like, if your food's cold, absolutely send it back.
Yeah.
Don't be a prick about it.
No.
I've said that a lot this episode. Don't be a prick about it.
Well, maybe we need to get that heard. Don't be a prick about it.
That was really satisfying.
It's like we're in sync, isn't it?
Very
Yeah.
good. But yeah, I just think if your food's cold, absolutely like, I'm so sorry. Again, it's a very British. Why am I sorry that the food that I'm going to pay for is cold? But it's very British. I'm so sorry. Can I get this reheated, redone, depending on where you're at?
Yeah.
It's cold, and I just like it a little warmer.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't be rude and
No.
don't give him the bitch face.
No.
Oh, that's the worst thing. I've been out with people before and they've been so rude to the waiting staff. And I'm like, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
They are here just to serve you your food.
Yeah.
They didn't say, do you know what, table 10, just take it out the freezer and bung it on a plate. It's not their fault.
No.
So just have some respect.
Yeah.
Really. Respect is not difficult to give.
No.
at all. No, I agree with you with that one.
Yeah.
And I don't, that's obviously not unreasonable at all. It's just manners.
Yes.
Just
absolutely.
have manners. Basically,
Yeah.
have manners.
Yeah. Don't be a prick. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah, absolutely agree.
100%. I don't think we have any icks that have been written in either. Guys, we need your icks.
No, hang on.
I feel like maybe we do, and you just haven't told me.
No, I feel like that manners one was one written in.
Oh,
but
was it?
again, I already had it on my list.
Ah, see, a lot of people seem to be in sync with you, Vic. Maybe you're not as unreasonable as what I thought you were.
And you know what? This podcast is making me think that, and it's doing wonders for my ego. Yeah, no, that was really the main one I've had it like consistently.
Yeah.
Throughout.
So there's a lot of people that think it's icky to be rude to waiting staff. So why are there so many people out there that are rude to waiting staff?
Do you know what? Sometimes we're going to have off days.
Yeah.
And I mean that on both parties. You know, the waiting staff are going to have off days. And
I mean, if they're rude to me, I'm rude to them.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
I say of course.
Because they're getting paid
to
be there. I'm paying to be there.
Yeah, I think...
Wow, that just took a turn, didn't it? Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah, I think that obviously, like, if someone's rude to you, don't then... I understand there's that whole thing of kill them with kindness and stuff, but I'm a bit like, no, I'm still going to give you some sass.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, we can all have off days, and if, you know, I'm having an off day and I'm unnecessarily rude to someone, that will eat me up.
Yeah.
And I will have to apologise.
Yeah.
You know, and that's okay to go back. If you've been rude to someone, that's okay to go back and be like, I'm so sorry. I was a prick.
Yeah.
And that's not okay. It's not your fault. I'm really sorry.
That was a short, snappy.
We didn't go off on a tangent. I feel like we didn't. I probably went off on a bit of a tangent, but you probably kept reeling me back in, as you do so well.
Come back to it, Vic. Come back.
Yeah. But yeah, no, very good.
I think do you know what? I think we should leave it there.
Okay.
Because I think it was a very good episode for people to actually recognise, you know, there is positive and negative discrimination out there. And I think a lot will be learnt from this. Yeah. Let us know. Did you learn anything new from this episode? Be interesting. Interesting to find out.
And if you didn't learn anything, don't be a prick about it.
It's a you thing.
Yeah,
it's a you problem. Don't
love
be a prick.
a phrase. So
you do, don't you?
I'm not even mad that all these are coming out. There'll be more. Let's call a spade a spade. She loves a phrase.
She loves it. She loves it. But once again, if you do want to get in touch with us, please do email us at the bgcpod@gmail.com. We want to hear your stories.
We do.
We want to hear your icks. We want to hear your dating disasters. We want to hear your opinions on whatever topics we talk about. Be part of the conversation.
Absolutely. But shall we say goodbye?
I think we should. This has been episode 7.
See you at episode 8.
Take care.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.